IRS announces tax relief for taxpayers impacted by wildfires in California. Various deadlines postponed to October 15. If you're a Los Angeles County taxpayer affected by the California wildfires, any qualified wildfire relief payments not covered by insurance or other reimbursements are excluded from your income. This includes payments from nonprofit organizations or non-governmental entities. The IRS has extended the deadline for individuals and businesses in parts of California affected by wildfires and straight-line winds starting on January 7, 2025. You now have until October 15, 2025 to file federal tax returns and make tax payments. Following FEMA's disaster declaration, Los Angeles County residents and businesses qualify for tax relief. The IRS will postpone certain tax filing and payment deadlines that fall on or after January 7, 2025, and before October 15, 2025, pushing them to October 15, 2025. This extension applies to individual income tax returns due on April 15, 2025, and estimated tax payments due on January 15, April 15, June 16, and September 15, 2025. Penalties on payroll and excise tax deposits due between January 7, 2025 and January 22, 2025 will be waived if deposits are made by January 22, 2025. The October 15, 2025 deadline also applies to affected businesses for quarterly payroll and excise tax returns normally due on Jan. 31, April 30th, and July 31st, 2025. Calendar year partnership and S corporation returns normally due on March 17th, 2025. Calendar year corporation and fiduciary returns and payments normally due on April 15th, 2025. Calendar year tax-exempt organization returns normally due on May 15th, 2025. If you receive a late filing or payment penalty notice from the IRS with an original due date within the postponement period, call the number on the notice to get the penalty waived. The IRS will automatically identify taxpayers in the disaster area and apply relief. If you're outside the area but affected, call the IRS disaster hotline at 866-562-5227 to request tax relief. Covered disaster area. The locality listed above is considered a covered disaster area for the purposes of TREAS. Reggie. 3017508A1D2 and is entitled to the relief detailed below. Affected taxpayers. Eligible taxpayers for extensions to file returns, pay taxes, and complete other time-sensitive acts include those listed in TREAS. Reggie. 3017508A1D1. This includes individuals living and businesses headquartered in the disaster area, taxpayers with records needed to meet a deadline, but located in the disaster area are also eligible. Relief workers from recognized organizations assisting in the area, and any individual visiting the area who was injured or killed by the disaster are also entitled to relief. Under Section 7508A, the IRS extends the deadline to file most tax returns to OCT. 15. 2025 for returns originally due between January 7, 2025 and Oct. 15, 2025. This includes individual, corporate, estate, partnership, S corporation, trust, estate, gift, generation skipping transfer, annual information, employment, and certain excise tax returns. Estimated income tax payments due on or after January 7, 2025 are postponed to October 15, 2025. Penalties for failing to pay estimated taxes during this period will not apply if payments are made by Oct. 15, 2025. The IRS also extends the deadline to perform other time-sensitive actions to Oct. 15, 2025, as described in TREAS. Regulation 3017508A1C1 and Revers. Proc 2018-58 for actions initially due between January 7, 2025 and Oct. 15, 2025. Form 5500 series returns due between January 7, 2025 and Oct. 15, 2025 may be filed by OCT. 15, 2025, as detailed in Section 8 of Reverends. Proc. 21-51, Section 17 of Revenue Proc. 2018-58 regarding like-kind exchanges of property applies even to some taxpayers who are not directly affected. The extension does not apply to information returns in the W-2, 1094, 1095, 1097, 1098, or 1099 series forms 1042S, 3921, 3922, or 8027, or to employment and excise tax deposits. However, Penalties for tax deposits due between John 7, 2025 and John 22, 2025 will be waived if made by John 22, 2025. Casualty losses. Taxpayers in federally declared disaster areas can claim disaster-related casualty losses on their federal income tax return for the year of the event or the prior year. See Publication 547. Individuals may deduct personal property losses not covered by insurance. For details, see Form 4684, Casualties and Thefts, and its instructions. Taxpayers claiming a disaster loss should include FEMA Disaster Declaration number 4856DR on any return. Other relief. The IRS will waive fees for requests for copies of previously filed tax returns for taxpayers in affected areas. Include FEMA Declaration number 4856DR in bold at the top of Form 4506 or Form 4506T. Qualified wildfire relief payments are excluded from gross income in 2025 for unreimbursed losses, expenses, or damages. This includes funds for personal, family, living, funeral expenses, home repair, lost wages except employer-paid amounts, personal injury, death, or emotional distress. See Publication 525 for more information. Affected taxpayers with retirement plans or IRAs may qualify for special disaster distributions without the additional 10% early distribution tax, spreading the income over 3 years. See Form 8915F and related FAQs under the Secure 2.0 Act of 2022. They may also be eligible for hardship withdrawals. Following specific plan or IRA rules, the IRS may provide additional disaster relief in the future. Affected taxpayers who are contacted by the IRS on a collection or examination matter should explain how the disaster impacts them so that the IRS can provide appropriate consideration to their case. Taxpayers may download forms and publications from the official IRS website. IRS.gov. Reminder about tax return preparation options. Eligible individuals or families can receive complimentary assistance with tax return preparation at Volunteer Income Tax Assistance VITA or Tax Counseling for the Elderly TCE sites. To locate the nearest free tax help site, utilize the VITA locator tool or call 800-906-9887. Please note that typically, VITA sites are unable to assist with claiming disaster losses. To find an AARP tax aid site, use the AARP site locator tool or call 888-227-7669. Individuals or families with an adjusted gross income AGI of 84,000 or less in 2024 can use IRS Free Files guided tax software at no cost. Products are available in both English and Spanish. Another free file option is free file fillable forms. These electronic federal tax forms are equivalent to a paper 1040 and are intended for taxpayers who are proficient in completing IRS tax forms. This option is available to everyone, regardless of income. Mill tax. A Department of Defense program provides free return preparation software and electronic filing for federal tax returns, and up to 3 state income tax returns. It is accessible to all military members and some veterans, without any income limitations.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.